Okay, the next thing I wanted to show you guys is how to assign something interactive like an e-assessment. So you go to Menu and you go down to Assessment and then choose e-assessment and then choose the appropriate book. In my case, I'm going to use Algebra 1. And if you'd like, you can go ahead and customize, or you can use something that's canned. In test generator mode, you can go ahead and take some of this canned material and you can edit it and customize it all that you like. So for instance, I might take this 4-2 and bring it over here and maybe delete some problems or add some problems or modify some problems. But I want to show you guys how to assign one of these canned things. By the way, under here, under tests, I went to the Algebra 1 part, and that's where I saw all this stuff. And you can see I've got all these practice worksheets, and then I've got various test forms, including Form 1, 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D, 3, and I've got some quizzes. These things are all canned, and you might be able to use them as is. Let's go with that idea. So I'm going to go out of Test Generator and into Classes and Assignments. When you come into here, you'll go ahead and grab the class, with the appropriate one, and drag it over here. And then you can see I was fooling around with some previous assignments. Let's go ahead and make a new one. And we'll select a test that's interesting to me. Maybe it's one that I just modified or copied and modified. Or I could just use a canned one. In this case, I just want a practice worksheet. So I'm going to go ahead and assign this as an interactive deal. Category, it doesn't have to be a test. Make it homework. Make it, you can use it as homework or classwork. And you can either record the assignment or just have the kids just fool around with it as a study guide. I'm going to go ahead and hit Next. You can exclude students or include students. All kinds of things you can switch on and off here. Let's see if there's anything I'm really interested in. Allow students to check their responses, maybe. Scrambling. Maybe I want all the kids to have the multiple choice answers be different, or maybe every kid has a different algorithmic version of the test. That could be interesting. Let me go ahead and leave those and I'll say Next. And then what? At the end, present only assignment score, present detailed report. Well, what the heck? I'm going to present a detailed report. I can turn some of this stuff on or off if I want. Next. Okay, let's go ahead and finish. So now the assignment has been created, and the next thing is, how do I actually get it into the, well, I said which class is going to be for. These guys should be able to go right away. Let me check it out. Okay, so now that we've assigned the thing to this class, you can just go for it. Be careful if you do use start date and end date. Maybe it won't show up for the kids if you get those wrong. But for me, my start date is fine and I have no end date. So let's go ahead and take a look at this from the kids' perspective. So I'm going to go ahead and log back into the kids account. And when I do, under Due Later, I can see here is the interactive assignment that I just assigned. I'll go ahead and click on this, and then you have to click one more time on this guy over here, this book, and when I do, the student then gets to see the interactive assignment. So are you ready to begin? Sure, why not? Let's see here, and sorry, just a minute ago I was practicing, and it says so it says, would you like to resume? So yeah, I'll resume my previous attempt, sure. Okay, so anyways, so you can see now that you've got all the questions that I just assigned, and the kids can go in and they can try to, answer this question and pick the correct answer, and then they go to the next, and when they're all done, I believe they can go ahead and submit. Oh, maybe over here, actions. Oh, okay. Let's say they want to just save their work and come back to it later. They can hit save and exit. If they'd like to turn it in and submit, let me see if I'll go ahead and give one more answer. They can go ahead and hit finish. And then, are you sure you want to finish? Yeah, sure, why not? And they do get some feedback, which is great, right? It's because I chose that by switching the appropriate boxes. Let me go ahead and minimize this, and then for us, we can then go ahead and actually see the results, and that's under reporting. And I'll admit I'm not an expert on this, but all different ways. Question item analysis is probably my most interesting one, but you could look at the student, student results. That's another way to go. And so let's say OK. So here's a report on how, again, I'm not that familiar with this, but I just wanted to show you could do reporting this way. I think the more interesting reporting to me would be the line item, the question item analysis, and then you could see as a class what did the kids miss the most, and okay, there's probably no data, so it's not going to get it this time. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to show you how you could do an interactive assignment, and I did. Bye bye.